Hello friends, welcome to Learn Maths with Obina. On today's episode, we're going to talk about how to find area using tiling. So we're going to understand what tiling the plane means. Imagine covering the bedroom floor with square tiles, then we ask ourselves how many tiles do we need? Now, have you ever wondered how we know the size of a shape? That simple idea is why we study area. This is just the beginning of our introduction into studying and finding areas. So before we start, first we'll understand what a plane is. Then from there, we'll talk about what tiling is, what area is. Now, what is a plane? So a plane shape is simply a flat surface. The key word there is flat surface. It can be your classroom floor, it can be a table, it can be a sheet of paper, it can be a football field. In maths, we consider that this flat surface continues forever in all directions. So that endless surface is called a plane. Okay? When we talk about tile the plane, what we mean is that you should cover that flat surface completely. There should not be any gap or any overlap. Now look at this flat surface. Each of these is covered with a tile. As you can see, there are no gaps and there are no overlaps. Look at these four shapes, each of them tiled with different shapes. In A, we can see that it is covered completely. There are no gaps and there are no overlaps. The same thing would be covered completely without a gap and without an overlap. Same with C, but we find gaps in D. So basically, D is the odd one out. So D does not belong. This idea will really help us to understand area properly, because when we talk about tiling, it should cover this plane surface completely without any gap, just as we are seeing in D. There shouldn't be gaps or overlaps in any form. Now, what is area? Area is simply the amount of space inside a shape. And when we're talking about area, we are measuring the inside and not the outside. Okay? When we talk about distance outside, we're talking about perimeter. But here, we are talking about how did these tiles cover this plane? How much of these tiles covered this flat surface? Okay? Or how much does this shape cover this surface, this plane surface? For example, a notebook has an area, a classroom has an area. Your phone screen also has an area. The bigger the space covered, the larger the area. Okay? If the area covered just from here to here, you see the area will be what? Smaller than if this shape covers the entire of this space, just as we have seen. Area, like we said, simply means what? How much space a shape covers. Now we have these brick walls. The area is how many bricks. How many bricks do we have here? How many tiles do we have here? How many honeycombs do we have here? Okay? Another important point that we also need to discuss is that two shapes can have the same area if they can be placed exactly on top of each other. Now look at this rectangle A, rectangle B. We can place this together with this. This is A and this is B. If their dimensions are the same, the area of both will be the same. So since they cover the same amounts of space, they have the same area. If you're asked to find the area of a rectangle by tiling, what they are asking you is, this rectangle, this yellow box here, this rectangle, how much did it cover the entire of this shape? So what space did it take up? We can do this in two ways, either by addition, by multiplication. Remember that multiplication is repetitive addition. So let's count the horizontal lines. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8. So we have 8 eyes on the horizontal lines. And how many do we have on the vertical? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 8 by 5. I remember that area is length times width. The length 8 and our width is 5. Therefore, the area is 8 times 5 is 40 cm squared. Considering that each of these squares is 1 cm. We can also find the area of this rectangle by addition, by counting the total number of squares that are contained inside this rectangular shape. So we can do this by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So in other words, there are 40 squares inside this shape. For us to tie this entire rectangle, we need 40 squares, where one square is 1 centimeter. Here we are asked to draw 3 different quadrilaterals, each with an area of 12 square units. We need to understand what a quadrilateral is. A quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon. That's a polygon with 4 sides. So that said, if each of these is 1 unit and the area is 12 square units, that means we need 12 of these to get the area. First, what are the facts of 12? We know that 1 times 12 will still give us 12. We also know that 3 times 4 will still give us 12. We also know that 6 times 2 will still give us 12. So we'll use these measurements to draw our quadrilaterals. So in the first instance, let's draw this 1 by 12, meaning that we'll just take this 1 and count 12. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we draw a straight line that will cover the entire of this space from 1 until the last 12 square, do the same thing under. Take the line, join these two lines together, you'll see that we have formed a four-sided shape, where here is 12 and here is 1. So the width is 1 and the length is 12. So this is the first quadrilateral. In the second instance, we said we're going to use the 3 by 4. So that means we'll have 3 squares as our width and 4 squares as our length. So if we join the whole thing together, we'll now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 by 4. So the area of this is also 12 cm squared. Area of this also is still the same, 12 square units. If we consider this, the third one, 6 by 2. 6 by 2 is still the same thing as 2 by 6. The order does not matter in multiplication. So if we take 2 by 6, this is 1, 2, and then cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to join this together, we join the width, draw the length. So this is 6 by 2. And here we still have our 12 square units. These are the 3 ways that we can tie this place, a space that has an area of 12 square units. Here we are giving a shape that covers a plane surface, and we are asked that if each square on this grid represent 1 cm squared, what is the area of the figure in square centimeters? So there's 2 ways of doing this. You ask yourself, can we make out a defined shape from this? First, I can see that if I join these 2 lines together, I'll get 2 rectangles, where here is still the same thing as here. This is 4. This is 3, this is 6, this is 2, and this is 2. The area of this will be, if we look for the area of this first rectangle, rectangle A, we look for the area of rectangle B, and we sum the 2 together. That will be the area in square centimeters of this shape. So let's do it together. In the first rectangle A, the dimensions are 3 by 4. So the area of this rectangle is still length times width, which is what? 4 times 3. For the first rectangle, which is 4 by 3, will now give us the length 4 multiplied by the width 3 plus the area of the second rectangle B, which is 2 by 6. That is 2 times 6. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 times 6 is still 12. 12 plus 12 is 24 square centimeters. Okay, or rather you can say 4 cm squared. We are also given this shape, and we are told to show 2 different ways for finding the area of the shaded region. We are told that all angles are right angles. The same way we did the other one, by seeing how we can draw out defined shapes that we can use to solve this. The first method is to redraw this into a defined shape. You can extend this line down. Here is 2, here is 2, here is 3, and the entire length of this is 10. So if this 2 side from here to here is 5, which is 2, 3 plus 2, 5. Take out this 5 from 10, that means that here will be 5 also, which is still the same thing that we have here. And here 3. If the entire length of here is 6, And if we take out 1 from it, that means that here will be 5. So we need to find the area of A, area of B, and area of C. And then we'll add them up together to give us the entire area of this. Area of A is equal to the width, which is 3 multiplied by 5. This is 3 multiplied by 5. Give us 15. If each length is in centimeters, so this will be centimeters squared. The area of B will be, the length is 5 and the width is 3. So which is still 3 times 5 or 5 times 3. The same thing, 15 square centimeters. Area of C. Area of C, we have 6 by 2, which is still the same thing as 2 times 6. So 6 times 2 is 12 centimeters squared. The area of the shape will now be area of A plus B, area of B plus area of C, which is 15 cm squared plus 15 centimeters squared, 12 centimeters squared. 15 plus 15 is 30. 30 plus 12 is 42. So the area of this is 42 square centimeters. Let's look at the second method of solving this. It is still going to be similar method, but this time around, we are going to extend the lines in the other direction. Look at this line. If we extend it to meet this line, and we extend this to meet this, you see that we have formed a different shape. This is 1, this is 2, so this is 3. If the entire of this whole length is 6, I will take out 3 from 6. That makes here to be 3. If here is 3 and here is 2, if we add these two lengths, here is 2. We add these two lengths, here is 5. And the entire length of this place is 5 plus 5, which is still the same thing as 10. So if we still call this A, call this B, and call this plane C, the area of this will still be the area of the shape A, and the area of B, the area of A plus the area of B plus the area of C. Now, so the area will be the area of A plus the area of B plus the area of C. So let's find the area of A. Area of A is equal to, this is a 2 by 1 shape. So this is what? 2 times 1, which is 2 centimeters squared. The area of B is 5 by 2, which is 5 times 2, which is 10 centimeters squared. The area of C is 10 by 3. Area of C is 10 by 3, which is 10 times 3, which is 30 cm squared. So the general area of this whole shape will be 2 cm squared plus 10 cm squared plus 30 cm squared, which will give us 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 plus 30 is 42 centimeters squared. So if we quickly review what we have just learned, we'll say that what a plane is a flat surface, and then we'll say that tiling means covering the surface without gaps or an overlap. We all have also, from all our explanation, understood that area is the amount of space inside the shape. So we can find area by counting square units or by multiplying length by width for each rectangle, just like we have solved here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, kindly like, click the subscription button,